everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. Today I am sitting down to share with you some books that are on my May TBR. Now I say TBR lightly, I do not set a set in stone TBR for the month because I just never stick to it under pressure. It feels really constricting to me and then I just don't enjoy what I read. So it's more of like a hopefuls video. I'm filming this at a really weird time of day. So the sun is like setting in front of my window and I can't work out if it's good lighting or if it's annoying lighting, and I'm really sorry about it if it's annoying. I may have to like move the camera around, but we're gonna work with it because I really want to film this video, okay? So in May, two of my friends on Instagram, Soph and Elise, are hosting a readathon, and it is the House in the Cerulean Sea readathon. So obviously I have to get involved. I know that there's 6 prompts. I don't know what the prompts are. I'm just going to try and spontaneously integrate what I read into the prompts because I don't like the pressure of prompts, but I really want to get involved in the readathon because it sounds like a lot of fun. I'll leave all of the links to their Instagram pages down below if it's something that interests you. It's like a points-based readathon and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to get involved, but I'm just not doing a restrictive TBR because I've tried that before and failed before, and you know, we're gonna have a chilled May because I haven't read that much in April, and I think it's because I put so much pressure on myself to read. So yeah, you'll see from this TBR that like I just want to have a chilled time. The first book that I'm actually going to talk about is for a book tour. My stop on the tour is on the 23rd of May and it is with Pride Book Tours. I'm so incredibly grateful to have been chosen to be on this tour, and it is for In the Ravenous Dark by A.M. Strickland. Now, if you have been following me for the last few months at least, you will know that Beyond the Black Door by this author has very quickly become one of my all-time favourite books. Every time I think about it, I want to reread it. I love it so much. And yeah, the representation and story in that book really has like stuck with me, and it's a really special book to me. So to have this is also really, really special. I don't want to know a whole lot about this before I go into it. I do want to go into it pretty much blind because I know that I'm going to love it. It is a 5-star prediction, so I just want to like just go for it, you know? So the back says, she loves a princess, she's bound to a warrior, she must betray them both. The cover is absolutely one of the most stunning things I've ever seen. Yeah, I'm just so excited for it. Like I say, Beyond the Black Door blew me away and I really am expecting similar things from this one. The next book is also an ARC and I absolutely loved this author's debut as well, and it is The Couple by Helly Acton. From what I know of this book, it is basically set in a society where being in a couple is frowned upon. So like a lot of the time as a single person in like society at the moment, you get asked quite frequently if you're going to find a partner, if you're going to settle down, if you're going to get married. And this book is essentially the opposite of that. So if you're in a couple, it's frowned upon and people are like, when are you going to be single? When are you going to be independent? When are you going to start doing things for yourself? And I just love the concept of that kind of reverse reality. As someone who's never been in a relationship, I feel like this is really going to resonate with me. And I'm really, really, really excited to read it. If you didn't know, Helly Acton is the author of The Shelf. I read that at the very beginning of the year and I absolutely adored it. The characters in that book really resonated with me as well. The main character, Amie, in The Shelf, it hit the spot. Like, it made me cry. I loved it so much and like I related to it so much. So I'm expecting really good things from this. Carrie Hope Fletcher actually did a reading vlog recently where she read this I think in a day and she loved it. Carrie Hope Fletcher's reading taste is very good. So this is coming out on the 27th of May, which is why I've waited until May to read it. I'm just super, super, super excited and I feel really lucky to have this stunning ARC in my hands. I'll read the blurb very, very quickly. It says, what if? So why is someone like you single? Don't worry, you'll find someone soon. Don't you get lonely being all on your own? Became. So why is someone like you in a couple? Don't worry, you'll find yourself soon. Don't you get bored being with just one person? If society's views on relationships were different and the norm was to be single, would you risk everything for love? I should have just read that to start with. It explained it so much better, but doesn't that just sound so cool? Yeah, super excited. This is like I can't wait to pick this up. Next up are 3 books that are super highly anticipated, and I've kind of been putting them off. I don't know why, but they are the Heartstopper series. I've had all 3 of these since my birthday at the very beginning of the year. And like every month I'm like, yes, I want to read them this month. And then I'm like, no, I want to save them. Because everyone who I speak to loves them so much and they want more. And I feel like May is the perfect month because the 4th volume is coming out. So I can read like one of these a week, and then in the 4th week I can pick up the 4th volume, and I feel like I've won the game. And then obviously the Netflix series is coming out soon, and like I kind of do have a massive FOMO because everyone's like so excited about the series, but I haven't even read these yet. But yeah, I just know that I'm gonna fall in love with these. And like I say, I've just been saving them for a rainy day. It's not a rainy day, it's quite a sunny day, but I know that the time is now. And I don't know what's been stopping me. Like, it's not as if I can't ever reread them. But yeah, I'm going to try and read all 3 volumes of the Heartstopper series in May, so I can finally jump on the Nick and Charlie bandwagon. Next up is another book that I've just been putting off because I don't want the series to end, but it is Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor. Sorry, the glare in that was really bad. This year, I have absolutely fallen in love with Laini Taylor's writing. I've read Daughter of Smoke and Bone and Days of Blood and Starlight, and I rated them both 5 stars. I just know that it's going to be a favourite series of mine now moving forward. The writing style was just something that really was special to me. Like, you know, when you read a book and you're like, wow, like that's a bit of me. That's how I feel about Laini Taylor's writing. I've been putting this off because I know that this is just going to break my heart in 2. I just know. I don't think I'm ready for that. But I feel like I've got enough happiness on my TBR this month to justify some like heartbreak. I can't put it off any longer, and I need to know what happens to these characters that have stolen my heart. Next up is the March Fairy Loot book. So if you haven't received your Fairy Loot box for March, skip ahead. This will be a spoiler for the book, but I really want to read The Bright and Pale by Jessica Rubinkowski. I read the blurb for this when I did my unboxing, and I don't actually remember anything about it. But I do remember reading the blurb and thinking, wow, that sounds sensational. So I'm really, really excited to read this. I'm going to be buddy reading it with Ash on Instagram. And Ash is literally like the fantasy queen. Like, if you think I like fantasy, then you need to be following Ash, because I get so many book recommendations from her. And yeah, this does look really, really good. And I think it's going to be quite a quick read as well, which is always fantastic. Now, next up is kind of a bit shameful because Rob sent me this book at the end of March, and I was like, yes, I'm going to read this in April. I haven't read it in April. But it is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. I spoke about this in my book haul, and I said how excited I am to get to it, and then I just didn't get to it. Why am I like this? I'm kind of a little bit intimidated by it. I think it is going to be quite high fantasy, and I don't know why that intimidates me, but I'm just waiting to be in the mood for that kind of fantasy, you know? Everything that I've heard about this book has been glowing reviews, and I'm really, really excited for it, but I'm also really, really scared for it. But yes, this is also on my May TBR. And then the final one that I'm going to include in this video is Girl, Serpent, Thorn. This one has also been on my TBR for the past few months, and I haven't gotten to it yet. And I actually want to get to it this month. I've been putting it off, and I don't know why. I know that it's a sapphic fantasy, and that's it. I haven't really explained any of these books, but I'm just super excited to get to this. It's quite a short book. Yeah, it's quite short. It's only just over 300 pages, so I feel like this should be a good one to squeeze into a TBR. I'm gonna leave this here because the lighting is just absolutely horrific, and I'm really scared that I'm gonna go to edit this video and hate it and then have to refilm, so I'm gonna try not to do that to myself. So that concludes my May TBR / hopefuls video. There's 9 books in total, which includes 3 graphic novels, so I definitely do think that it's doable. I've tried to think about the fact that my reading speed is slowing down, like the world is slowly going back to normal, which is fantastic, but I can't be putting too much pressure on myself to read the same amount that I was reading in January when we were in like a full-on lockdown, you know, like I need to cut myself some slack. So there's 3 graphic novels, and then a lot of these are actually on the shorter side, which is definitely more achievable than telling myself that I've got to read 10 books that are 600 pages plus. Like, that's just not going to be happening for me in the next few months. I'm super excited for all of these books, and if they all live up to the expectations that I've got, then I think it's going to be a very good reading month. Do let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. I am really interested to know. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!